Most famous tweet was when I said depression wasn't real. And I had A-list celebrities. I had the girl from Game of Thrones. I had fucking literally A-list guys. And everyone's telling me how dangerous my mindset is. What is dangerous about believing that you control your own mind? Because if you implement the 4 things I've just told you, depression becomes garbage. Depression is not a thing anymore. Feeling depressed is real. You can be depressed with your situation. I just told you, number 2, get depressed. That's fine. But believing you can fix it yourself is the important key. Sitting there believing that depression is some monster from the sky that strikes your brain and now you have no control over it and you must take pills every day is the absolute enemy to a G mindset. I don't give a fuck how depressing my situation. The only person who can change it is me. The only person who can change how I feel about my situation or try and affect the situation directly is me. Even if you put me in a situation I can't change, if you put me in jail and I'm depressed because I'm in jail, I still refuse to succumb to depression. I refuse to collapse mentally and give up. I know the only person who can control my mind is me. Nobody's coming to save me. No doctor with a pill is coming to save me. Depression isn't real. Depression is a state of mind designed to motivate you to find a life that doesn't depress you any further. That's all it is. Now you have to decide, are you man enough to go and get it done, or are you going to sit around and cry? And depression, the reason I talk about depression a lot is because depression in the Western world is the cure-all. It's the cure-all excuse. And this is what people are using. My life's shit because I'm depressed. No, you're depressed because your life is shit. It's the other way around. And you're refusing to acknowledge that, and you want to sit there and live a shit life and pretend that some disease has struck you. And the reason you know that's bullshit, anyone out there who's depressed, I'll tell you something, you're not depressed, you're a coward. And the reason you're a coward is as follows. You desperately try to defend this crippling ailment you have. When I tell you depression isn't real, you message me pages and pages, desperate to convince me I'm wrong, that depression is a real thing, and that your life is terrible, and this ailment has destroyed your life, because you're desperate to defend your excuse. If depression was really terrible, you wouldn't want to defend it. If depression was really so bad, and I'm telling you it's not real, and I know how to fix you, and if you implement a mindset like mine, you become immune to depression. If depression was so terrible, you'd listen to me and think, I need to try what this guy does. I need to do. If he's immune to depression and it's impossible to depress him, I need to be like this man. But instead, no. You don't want to do that. You want to call me names and sit and defend this ailment because you know it's garbage. It's your excuse. It's your blanket. It's your shield. It's your excuse you get to pull out every time you look at your failure of a life. And that's why depression is absolutely and utterly not real. And anyone who's bought this course who thinks they're depressed, I'll tell you something now. Drop that coward bullshit. If you're watching this and you're depressed, drop and give me 200 press-ups. Do 200 press-ups. Look in the mirror, look in your eyes, and tell yourself you're the fucking man, and drop that garbage, because you can get absolutely nowhere in your life if you believe in that crap. Depression absolutely isn't real. And you're going to say this to people, and they're going to fucking go nuts at you. They're going to call you arrogant, and they're going to call you all the things they called me. But your life is going to be a life worth living.
You know, say you were running a depression camp, how would you get people out of their depression?
I get them out of the depression by making them understand the harsh realities of the world. And the harsh realities of the world is that life doesn't give a fuck about you. Life doesn't give a shit about you. If a lion goes to hunt some gazelle, let's say you're a lion and you're chilling, and you see a whole bunch of antelope in the corner. When the lions start chasing the antelope, they get the slowest, weakest antelope. They get the babies, they get the one who's sick, they get the one who's got a broken leg. They don't give a fuck. They're not going to be like, oh, well, that one's sick, so we can't eat that one. Or that one didn't have breakfast, so it's unfair to chase that one down. The lion doesn't care. The lion gets the slowest antelope. And life's exactly the same. So you have to decide which antelope you want to be. Because just like the lion, life doesn't give a shit who's at the back. And you have to decide if you want to be at the back and hope the lion's going to feel sorry for you when it's hungry, and you can tell him all your excuses just before he rips your throat out, or you can make sure you're the one at the front by any means necessary. And that's a choice you have to make. And when people truly understand that and they stop externalizing their problems, then they believe there's 2 choices. You either externalize your issues or you believe you have influence over your issues. When bad things have happened to me, when my father died or whatever, I never allowed myself to wake up and think, maybe I have depression. Because it wasn't even in my realm of possibility. It wasn't even ever in my sphere. It's like, I'm upset about this, and times of healing, whatever. I've got work to do. Let's get up, let's get done. And so I don't see why that's detrimental to anybody. The reason that people got so triggered and upset by what I said is because I attack their belief system. It's like attacking someone's God. It's their worldview. It shapes everything they do. Like if you believe in God, or you believe in ghosts, or you believe in depression, everything you do is influenced by this belief. And when you attack